Matteo Carcassi, Son, and everybody. You know, Son, talking to you, this I had to shot a video with Francisco Domingo as well. She was kind of getting jealous, you know, of the others because I never play her. You know, this morning we had a huge argument. You know, she woke up really distressed and she wanted to go take a shower before me, you know, the guitars and stuff. And yeah, coffee. And yeah, I mean, kind of, you know, as was that? All right. But, you know, my son right now is watching. Nothing's there. All right, I tell him, son, please don't be too intrusive. That you ask me what's going on between me and my guitars. It's very personal stuff. So please respect my boundaries. And but you know, it's nothing interesting. She just want to play dirty and stuff. Anyway, I'll see you later. All right, sorry. Anyway, well, you know, what the point is that I try to reach with my sort of kind of comedy. I can't live, you know, without comedy. Making animations is something that is really inside me. Comedy in general. Always had kind of on the edge type of comedy, like yeah, like Seth MacFarlane, for instance. This one is too rude for TV. There are contents in this season 9, that are quite contents that I wouldn't do personally. But there's nothing. I mean, as long as he kept within this kind of type of animation, it's fine. Of course, if you analyze certain topics, they are sick. There are often assumptions between incest, between a father and son, or father and daughter, or mother and son, grandfather and grandkids, and so on and so forth. But of course, analyzing the topic alone is a sick topic. Like the way they visualize it and they verbalize it, it appears funny. And that's why I try to reach with my type of comedy. And anyway, I'm sorry that Seth MacFarlane, that I mentioned Seth MacFarlane also in my, I guess, almost 100 videos. I mention throughout the videos a series of firms and businesses, and sometimes they knew, sometimes they, I mean, Seth MacFarlane, I don't think he knows I even use his stuff, but you know, that's how he started in the first place. Seth MacFarlane started with 50 grand to create a Family Guy, and now then he did a boom in terms of, from there he became, he was an animator, Seth MacFarlane. And yeah, well, I mentioned these things, but anyway, I know I didn't always say, well, I did said that I was doing certain things, that I would have done certain animation. I did said, maybe I didn't said sometimes that, okay, I'm about to upload, because maybe it was meant to be a surprise. But anyway, the worst scenario that can happen, and believe me, I was studying this stuff until last week, like animation advertisements and stuff. Well, at least I did some research on it, doing essays and stuff. And the worst scenario that can happen, that I increased your business, which means that more people will come in. That's the worst scenario. I guess there's no such thing as a bad publicity. I was studying, believe me, I was studying this stuff until last week. And yeah, I could have said in some of those businesses that I did mention, I could have said, yes, I'm about to upload. If I didn't do that, it's because it was meant to be a surprise. But as always, I don't mean to offend anyone. I hope I never did. I really do. Especially if I was the one to make fun of and not anybody else. And yeah, what's that? Yeah, well, I'm still up. Sorry, she's talking. She's getting a. Oh, you see? She got that because I was. Anyway, to conclude this video that I want to conclude this university explanation is, already start having enough of this bullshit. Anyway, then I'll see how I can proceed legally, and so you see it's clear sabotage of it. Anyway, this is of you in charge that took decision university. You have to know, I have at least have a clear image of this conspiracy that all started with the camel toe video, which was a personal video of my private YouTube account, got nothing to do with university. Spread out like a rifle shot in university. Not my fault. Actually, the feedbacks I received are quite positive. I received 58 positive feedback and 8 negative for that video, which, as I claim, is a personal video. That Julie got offended because of the theory that I explained in the other video, because she has a much far worse taste in terms of animation, in terms of pornography that she liked to watch. If she made up some excuse now with an instrument of control, it's an excuse, it's a lie to hide her true nature. Unfortunately, the unconditional respect I have for women binds me not to tell you what I really think about you to you and Coretta. And speaking of witches, I was doing kind of research on the web, and I